Kondowe, the operations manager from COMSIP Cooperative Union Limited.
Okay, how can you assess the performance of this COMSIP facility, that is?
COMSIP as a cooperative union, the performance of COMSIP as a cooperative union has been very good for the past year, including starting from 2015 and I would say that currently we are at 262 cooperatives, that is registered cooperatives in total, with a membership of about 128,000. And we have cooperatives all over Malawi in all districts, from Mtikita Comsip to Blantyre.
Now, maybe what is your working relationship with World Bank? Today we are visiting some projects that are being linked with World Bank.
Okay, World Bank is the donor for the MASA 4 project, Strengthening Safety Net Systems. In this Strengthening Safety Net Systems project, we have 3 components. And one of the sub-components is the livelihood and skills development, which we are implementing as COMSIP. And in this component, COMSIP is responsible for promotion of savings and investment among the rural and peri-urban communities. That's why we are here.
Maybe can you explain what's the significance of the cooperatives to the lives of the rural people who are the members?
The significance is that normally, since we said that we are promoting savings and investment among the rural members, what happens is that after promoting the savings and investment among the different groups that arise from the public works program and the social transfer program, we later on train them with financial literacy, business management, and environmental safeguards. These are the trainings that lead them into becoming cooperatives. The reason why they want to become cooperatives is that they want to become independent entities, whereby they are able to source funds even within themselves without depending on donors. So the aim is to have sustainable groups which are normally in form of cooperatives. So the groups that arise from these projects do revolve into becoming cooperatives which are sustainable, so that even when COMSIP is not available, they should be able to run their businesses.
Like one of what entity COMSIP, which is under you, was related in lack of capital base and so on of the changes. Maybe don't know how are you dealing with that?
Yes, Mtikita Cooperative currently is running a piggery project, and the only structure they have is the one which is behind me. They would want to grow in having a lot of pigs. Currently they are able to sell within a short time. For example, in the previous year they've sold about 53 pigs, but the reason why they've sold them, currently you'll see that they only have the big ones and the babies, but they want to have pigs at different levels whereby they could sell throughout the year. For them to come to reach to that extent, they would want to have enough capital so that they've got more buildings, that is more pens for the pigs, so that they are of different, the pigs should have different levels of the types of, the collars should have the different types of pigs, so that they are able to sell throughout the year for their own sustainability. So the reason why they said they don't have enough capital is because they would want to have enough capital that will help them build more structures here, so that they run this thing as something that is sustainable.
Maybe what's the situation like in other cooperatives?
We have cooperatives of different stages. There are other cooperatives which have just been registered. There are cooperatives that are very mature, more than even in Mtikita, and there are cooperatives that are midway. And what happens is that the type of capital they have depends on how vigilant they are being in mobilization of savings for their own sake, for their own investment. Because normally the capital is supposed to be generated by themselves within the savings and lending process that they have.
Maybe I do have approximately just to work at the base.
Currently, all our cooperatives in Malawi, as at December, they've mobilized close to 1.8 billion. That is the total savings that is running within the lending and saving business that they are doing.
And your prospects maybe for 2017 and the years ahead?
Yeah, it depends on the situation or maybe the environment that we meet across the year. Because normally what happens is that we may have a prediction that maybe we want to reach around 3 billion or 4 billion, but it depends on whatever situations. We may have some other situations like the hunger crisis we had in the previous year. This is what has led to the 1.8, because previously, the year before this, we had close to 3.4 billion. So the savings were reduced to around 1.8 because most of the savings had to go for consumption. So it depends on the situation we're meeting along the way. But our prediction is that we want to raise about, or come back to around the figure of 3.5 billion as we did in the previous 2 years.